Namaste. What's going on, guys? Back again to talk about more stuff about life and reality with Shiva. All right, so let's see here. Today we're going to talk about you are what you eat. Um, so you are what you eat. People don't kind of understand that it's a metaphor about what you intake is what you become, pretty much. So we're going to elaborate and talk on a deeper sense about you are what you eat when you should eat what you are. And this is something that Shiva has sat and taught me, well, talked to me and taught me about you are what you eat, but you should eat what you are. I didn't understand that. So during my enlightenment, um, during my enlightenment period, during the first week of it, I rejected beef. I didn't know why. And I heard this distinct voice, and this is before I was aware of Shiva's presence. It's just the same voice I've always heard all my life, but it was just getting louder and stronger every day during my enlightenment. And he said, if you walked on land, why would you eat yourself? And I didn't understand that. So, guys, I got to tell you and explain this. Reincarnation is very real. And he's just telling you this. This reincarnation is very real, guys. Very extremely real. And it doesn't take a long time for you to be reincarnated. It's about as long as 45 minutes to an hour after you're dead. Now, that's how fast it could take. You have to go through the process of the process through the Bardo, which is to attain luminosity or go through a rebirth. But it usually lasts from anywhere for about as long as it takes to eat a meal, or about 45 minutes to an hour, as he's explained. But once you're dead, you're right back. It's that fast. It doesn't. You really don't hold on to any lingering attachments, but you can stick around, and you really won't come back until you figured out what you've done or what you want to do in the afterlife as far as rebirth goes, or if you attain luminosity. But if you do all these quickly, let's say you attain luminosity. Here's an example of doing this. As soon as you die, pay attention to the swirling white light. As soon as you have this experience, you're out of here. Then you're right back, unless they decide to keep you, which like our kids, they keep a lot of the kids. A lot of people, like scientists, they keep musicians. The 27-year-old musician's curse. That's all a part of heaven. They just take them out of here and keep them out of here. Everybody's tripping about Prince is dead. Prince is in heaven. Y'all guys are good. You ain't got to worry about him. So anyways, they take the musicians, they take the scientists, they take the kids, they take the women, they take a lot of the men that become ascended masters, and everybody that seems to not get it, they send them right back, and it's only about an hour of the process until you're reborn. Other than that, if you just want to stick around and be a specter, you'll get lost in another subspace limbo, and then you'll be a specter until you figure it out in the Dharma tide. So as time progresses, you're reborn instantly. Now, guys, in heaven, as it was explained to me, now I don't know anything about Hinduism or Buddhism or Jainism or Shivaism. This has all been explained through channeling with him as he's hitting the Rudraksha seed. See, this is all channeling from him, going back and forth, translating ancient texts and learning Laksharic, which is what everybody knows is speaking in tongues. A lot of the Black Baptist churches, a lot of the Black Southern Baptist churches, a lot of the Catholic churches. You've seen people speak in tongues. It's just the angelic form of Laksharic. And not to get off subject, but we come from this place, okay? And everybody in heaven is born from a flower. It's born from a lotus flower, all right? And there's an endless, infinite field of flowers that we're all born from, all right? And not only that, we're born from beings in heaven, not just from the field of flowers. We're also born from, if we have like a divine purpose, or there's a birth of Shiva, because not only just women can bore children, and it's not like the pregnancy that you have down here where it's internal, it's external, it's through a flower, it's from a stem from their navel, and it comes out and it's a lotus flower top, and then there's life born inside of that. So we're all born from flowers. So why would we want to eat meat when we're born from flowers? You know, guys, it doesn't make any sense. But it makes sense. I guess we're all walking Venus flytraps because we act like weeds, I guess, from what Shiva explains. You know, we're not supposed to eat meat, guys. I'm weaning it out of my diet. The only thing I eat is chicken and certain seafood items, especially saltwater items. I'm sorry, saltwater proteins. I'm not allowed to have freshwater proteins. There's rules about this place that I've had to learn. So saltwater protein is okay. So if it comes from, I don't know, the Caribbean islands is good. You know, Bahamas is good. And it's all about the salts. So anyways, but you're really not even supposed to eat that, and then you just gotta bless everything that you make prepared from life, like anything that is affected by karma. As you destroy it, you have to bless it before you destroy it, and then after you cook it, then you gotta bless it before you ingest it, because you are what you eat. Everything has an etherical DNA pattern to it that also goes into your etheric, and then you start taking their understanding into yourself. So you got to ask yourself, like when a lot of people like eat certain types of meats, how they act or how their body might react, where they might become more susceptible to being tired, or more susceptible of being moody, or something that has made you feel kind of messed up for a couple of days. It's all about what you eat. And you're just eating somebody else's understanding that's etherically imprinted into that carcass still stays, even though if it's thoroughly cooked, which you should always thoroughly cook your meat no matter what. You should never eat anything raw unless you are dealing with, again, certain types of proteins that is deemed by them that's safe to eat raw. Like I had a question about them with sushi. Sushi's okay to eat raw, but it has to go through a process of blessing it. You know, you're still eating light. You're still eating something that is karmatically affected by this place, which is inside of samsara. So you have to understand that what you're eating people. Okay, I mean, if you want to keep eating people, that's fine. But there's something difference about this. There's difference about plant consciousness and animal consciousness, or anything that is sentient and understanding of survival. Okay, plants have its defense mechanisms that keep it alive. It has its way to fight against elements to keep it alive. Plants have its own way of a defense mechanism, but the one thing that a plant will not do is kill people. One thing a plant will not do, unless you're a Venus flytrap like us, is one thing a plant will not do is start a nuclear war. It won't start, I don't know, racism. It won't start holy religious proxy wars. It won't. It just won't. Plants don't pollute the nature of reality that you guys are stuck in. So, you know, plant consciousness is totally different. It's liberated. It's like a karma freak food. It's to go out and kill each other or hunt each other in the name of survival. The only thing that does that is weeds, and they don't even really do that to be killing it out of malice. They just strangle everything around it. So think about marijuana. I hate to break it to you guys, but we're going to talk about marijuana and how it really is not good for you, and what marijuana truly is. And y'all guys are going to hate me for this, because you're going to call me such a hypocrite because I smoke a little weed myself. But that's weaned down from so much of all the blunts I used to smoke. I don't smoke as much as I need to anymore because it's not necessary. And then I find out the truth about what marijuana truly does to people. And we all know what it does. The government knows what it does, but we're not going to get into why we're not really going to speak out against marijuana. It's just everything in moderation. Don't smoke yourself fucking stupid, you know? Shiva and them in heaven talks about the hippies. Oh boy, do they talk about the hippies. There's nothing wrong with the hippies. We love them, and they were about a noble cause. But, you know, again, when you get high and stoned and do drugs too much, you never get the job done. And that's what I'm here for, because I have to get a job done that a hippie can't. And I used to live like a hippie pothead, and now I'm doing ancient ritualistic practices and seancing and channeling that I've never understood before. So anyways, back to what you are, what you eat. So we're all born from flowers naturally. That's where we come from. We come from heaven. Everybody in heaven is practically vegetarians, but they do eat meat from what they say. But it's based on a ritual of understanding of that they're giving the life back to a new body and an understanding that it's going to be. So it's cool with it. It's accepted. It's accepted of its death, of what Shiva has explained of me, but it's not death. It's just a passing into another new body and transpositioning. And the beast is aware of this. And it's a sacred thing when they eat meat up there. So it's not like an everyday thing that we do like every day or every other day. They don't do that every other day. They don't do it every other week. They don't do it every other month up there because time doesn't work like that. They do it every once in a blue moon. All right? So that's just what they do. Shiva explains to me that he eats meat. It's the reason why I can eat meat, but they are strictly about to change my diet to all vegetarian. Trust me, I don't care. As long as I can keep smoke a little bit of weed and like chef up something very grandiose in the name of vegetarianism, I don't care. I eat good anyways. So anyways, but still it's all about eating in this place. So you are what you eat. Now, there's a lot of dark undertones to what you are, what you eat. Because we're born from this place and we've been inside of this place, trapped here for so long, that all we know is to eat each other. 80% of humans that are reincarnated into animals mostly come back in cows. Mar figured out a trick to reincarnate a lot of the Laksharkim and all the divine beings to act as guides for cows. So they get stuck with cows. And then you become sentient inside of that cow, and you're the slate of that cow and that understanding, and you're having an experience as a cow, and you got a higher divine consciousness telling you everything's going to be okay. You're going to be slaughtered for somebody to eat our understanding and our DNA into them and become something crazier. So you have to be like really careful what you eat, guys. There are certain types of meats that I've been instructed that you can eat here. And that's like lamb, goat, scallops, mussels, saltwater fishes, saltwater aquatic life. You can eat caribou, deer, definitely Asian and African buffalo is one of Yamugmi's favorite. And he's not a devout meat eater either. That's just his thing. That's blessed for the Lord. So if you want to eat a real divine beast, eat an African or Asian buffalo. Buffaloes are a ritualistic thing with heaven because they're divine beasts. And same with the Native Americans, why they always hunt and ate buffalo. It's a spiritual practice. It's a way to connect to the divine. And that's one of God's favorite meats. Not even one of his favorite. That's the only one he eats. So anyways, we're not going to talk about what God likes. We're not going to talk about what Shiva likes, which is pizza. I'm not even going to get started on why Shiva loves pizza so much. Listen, pizza. Pizza? He can't stop swinging this crap. It's all about pizza with him. He loves pizza. So anyways, I'm not making pizza today. So anyways, you are what you eat. You know, we're eating DNA of past memories of other sentients. And the only ones that are not affected that way is plants consciousness, which doesn't affect our minds the way meat does, especially raw meats or rare meats. So again, as I wrap this up about you are what you eat, guys, I would suggest you go to a vegetarian diet. It's healthier, it's cleaner, it's better for you. Try to go organic as much as you can. Stay away from canned vegetables, guys. She was hitting a pendulum. Just stay away from canned vegetables. That's not the way to go. Try to get all your produce and do everything fresh as you can. Stay away from wheat bread. Stay away from white bread. Get flaxseed. Get rye. These are breads that are good for you. Other than that, there really isn't too much to it. Just be mindful ingesting more vegetables in your life. You just gotta intake more vegetables more than meat. You know, try to wean it out of your life because you really are born from a flower. You're not born from, well, you're born from human understanding in this place as illusions, but spiritually we're not. Spiritually, we're never born from anything that is a woman or man. It doesn't work that way spiritually. Physically here, yes it does. It's all about genetics in this place. So you are what you eat, guys. My video is breaking up, so I'm going to wrap this up. And Shiva, did we cover everything pretty much? Um, Guys, vegetarian is the way to go. We're not asking you to become vegan, but just be mindful. All right? Peace.